All right, guys, well, we're back here with the Jon Boat. We are finally ready for interior painting. One of the things I wanted to get done before we did the painting was sealing all the rivets with Gluvit. This provides a really good watertight seal for anywhere there may have been leaks or anything like that. So I wanted to get that on before we did the actual painting. Alright guys, while I didn't record a lot of the prep for the interior, it was just, and has been, so much sanding. I ended up using this 3M 80 grit. It works really good. It's been getting the spray paint off really well. So we're back out here at the Jon Boat. I'm applying a coating of Gluvit epoxy sealer. I'm going to be using this to fill in all of the rivets. I have epoxy on the bottom. I'm going to do an epoxy on the interior, and this should set us up pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and mix this up. I'm going to do a 5-to-1 ratio and just do it in small batches, and I'll check back after I get the first one on. All right, guys, well, the Gluvit has been applied. It's kind of hard to see because when you're working with it, it kind of applies to like a yellowish tinge. Here's a good example of it. You can see it better against the white silicone here. I used about 75% of it and still had extra. This single kit is more than enough to do a boat. First mixture, I did 10 ounces of resin to 2 ounces of the catalyst. That got the entire boat's rivets done. That was enough to do the whole boat. Then I mixed up a half portion of 5 ounces of the resin to 1 ounce of the catalyst and went back and cleaned up some of the ones I stretched it on the end and just really saturated all of the rivets, especially some of the ones that I wanted to make sure get a really good coating. I actually ended up doing the transom in it also since I had so much extra. I only had it sealed with urethane, so I just went back and did a coating of Gluvit on top of it there, just as a little extra waterproofing. It said that it takes about a little over 24 hours to cure at 70 or so degrees. I will just wait and make sure this cures correctly. So that's where we're at. The Gluvit has been applied. I'm going to do an update in the morning and I'll show you guys how it's looking after a couple hours of curing. All right, guys, well, it's the next day. I'd say around 18 hours or so of dry time. So far, this stuff is still tacky. I mean, it's definitely tacky to the touch, but it is starting to set. I tried my best to prevent runs. Came back out here probably for an hour and a half to 2 hours after it was applied, and I kept wiping up any runs with a brush, and it still dripped like that overnight. That runniness is part of the benefits of using Gluvit because it really seeps down into rivets. This is almost dry on the transom. It's still a little tacky. I decided to just epoxy the whole transom. This again was just another layer of sealant. It just happened to work out having a bunch of extra Gluvit, so I'm really happy I actually ended up doing that. All right, guys, well, it's day 2 of curing. I'd say that if it was warmer, it would be 100%. I'm still going to give this another day to fully cure this, but there's a thing with epoxy where it goes from like hard to like glass. And I don't feel like it's hit the glass point yet in all the places, but like on these thin spots here, this is done. I mean, this is 100% cured. So if you were in a rush and you wanted to get back on the water, 2 days of curing, I think, is more than enough to go out on that 3rd day. But since I'm going to be painting over it, I just wanted to make sure it was completely done before I do that. So I'd say I'll give this another 24 hours. All right, guys. Well, this is the last and final update on the Gluvit. It's on day 4 now. I'm definitely happy with how much it's cured at this point. I actually ended up putting the heater back out here overnight because I felt like it was staying a little too tacky for too long. And I'm sure it had to do with the temperatures going down to the 30s and 40s at night. Final thoughts about Gluvit. Awesome product. Applied super easy. It's real thin, so it seeps down into the rivets and cracks tremendously. So I'm really happy with the Gluvit product. All right, well, if you guys found this helpful, let me know by hitting that like button. If you guys want to follow along with the Jon Boat build, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next video. The next video is going to be a painting video. Hopefully today I'll have all the primer done and the interior finished painting. The whole boat's going to be painted, so I'm really looking forward to that. Thanks for watching.